Capricorn, before anything else, take 1 second and tap the screen, like this message, and hit that subscribe button right now, because what is about to be revealed over your life is not something you hear casually. Every engagement you make on this channel doesn't just support the message. It pulls the blessing that matches your destiny closer to you. It aligns you with the frequency of what has been waiting for you. Your life has been too heavy, your mind has been too loud, and your spirit has been too patient for you to hear this by accident. Something is shifting for your family, and you have already felt it without knowing how to name it. The walls around you feel like they're shrinking, your patience is thinning, and a new version of yourself has been whispering from inside your chest like a voice trapped behind a closed door. You keep pretending you don't hear it, but your destiny has already decided your next move. There comes a moment in every Capricorn's life when the place they are standing on starts to reject them, not because they did anything wrong, but because the assignment in that location has expired. You have been feeling the exhaustion not just physically, but spiritually, the kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, the kind that comes when God begins to untie you from a place. You've been waking up between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. more than usual. Your mind suddenly starts planning a future you haven't even seen yet. You find yourself imagining different rooms, different streets, different lives without knowing why you're imagining them. You think it's random, but it's not. It's the first sign that the ground beneath you is preparing to shift. There's a certain type of pressure that comes right before a life relocation, a pressure that makes you uncomfortable in spaces you used to tolerate, a pressure that makes noise feel louder and silence feel heavier. You've been noticing that you don't enjoy the same conversations anymore. You used to have patience for people's nonsense, but now even small talk feels like it steals something from you. You walk into certain rooms and feel like your soul doesn't belong there. It's not attitude. It's alignment. When God relocates a Capricorn, he first disconnects their spirit from the environment before he disconnects their body. And that's exactly where you are right now. Think of Abraham. Before he ever became the father of nations, he had to detach from the familiar. God didn't hand him a map or a timeline. He only said, "Go to a land I will show you." That sounds like an instruction you've been feeling without hearing. The instruction that doesn't make sense yet is often the one that carries the biggest transformation. Abraham had no idea that leaving what felt safe would position him for a lineage that would outlive time. A Capricorn rarely sees the full picture ahead, but your steps are guided before you even know you're walking. Someone once told a story about how they lived in a cramped, noisy apartment where the walls were thin and the air felt heavy. For months, they felt something was wrong, but they ignored it. Then every appliance started breaking at the same time. The fridge died, the water stopped running, the landlord raised the rent unexpectedly, and the neighbors grew louder and more chaotic. It wasn't coincidence, it was pressure, divine pressure. 2 months later, they relocated to a peaceful house they never even dreamed they could afford, and within 6 months, their entire life changed. Health improved, finances multiplied, their marriage healed. Sometimes discomfort is the first sign that destiny is trying to move you. Capricorn, you've been sensing this same pressure, but haven't said it out loud. You've had sudden moments of wanting to pack your things and leave everything behind. You've had days where your home felt too small for your future, like you couldn't breathe unless you imagined a different place. You've been scrolling through housing pages without knowing why. You've been imagining your family in different rooms, imagining children or siblings or parents in a safer environment, imagining mornings with a different kind of silence. This is not fantasy. This is prophecy unfolding quietly inside you. Every great destiny carrier in history had to relocate at some point. Consider Harriet Tubman. Each time she moved from one location to another, it wasn't just travel, it was destiny navigating her. She didn't always know where she was going, but she knew she couldn't stay where she was. Her spirit moved before her body moved. And every Capricorn with a calling connected to leadership, provision, breakthrough, or generational transformation must experience this same internal nudge. It's not fear, it's preparation. Look at celebrities who found their breakthrough only after leaving environments that couldn't see their greatness. Rihanna leaving Barbados and stepping into a world that unlocked her destiny. Kevin Hart leaving Philadelphia and entering rooms that recognized the fire in him. Trevor Noah leaving South Africa to sit at tables people swore he would never reach. Their greatness didn't change. Their environment did. Capricorn, your spirit is too big for the room you're currently in, and that's why everything around you feels tight. Even in the Bible, Joseph had to be pulled out of his hometown, even through betrayal, because his greatness could not activate in the environment where people only saw him as a dreamer. Sometimes the people around you are too familiar with the old you to see what is birthing inside you. Joseph was relocated because his gift needed a bigger stage than his family could offer. Capricorn, you've been surrounded by people who think they know you, but they have no idea who you are becoming. You've also noticed the emotional distance forming. Certain friends no longer understand you. Certain family members feel harder to talk to. Conversations that used to feel easy now feel draining. You've been confused by this change, but it isn't personal, it's spiritual separation. When God is preparing a Capricorn for a destiny relocation, he begins removing attachments that keep you tied to the wrong place. He starts revealing the truth about people you once trusted. He shows you who genuinely values your peace and who only values access to you. Think back on the last few months, the sudden arguments that didn't make sense, the unexpected changes in your routines, the financial surprises, both the losses and the gains, the silent days where you didn't want to answer anyone's calls, the urge to reorganize your home, clean out closets, or throw away old items. These are spiritual preparations for relocation. Your environment is being emptied because something new is coming. Imagine a family in Paris who struggled for years in a cramped one-bedroom apartment with noisy neighbors and constant stress. They prayed daily for peace. Suddenly, the building was scheduled for renovations, and they were forced to move. It felt like a crisis, but that move led them to a larger apartment in a calmer area, and their daughter, who struggled academically before, suddenly blossomed. Sometimes God will shake your environment violently to get you into the place that can nourish your destiny. Capricorn, one thing about you is that you don't accept change easily. You're loyal to your routines, to your people, to your commitments. You don't move unless you must. And that's why destiny has been applying pressure. It's the only way to push you out of a place your spirit has already outgrown. Your dreams have been changing too. You've been dreaming of roads, houses, airports, water, or wide-open spaces. These are spiritual signs of transition. You've been dreaming of family members gathering or being in places you don't recognize. Your subconscious is already traveling ahead of your body. Your spirit knows the new environment even if you don't. There's a principle that says, your blessings are geographically assigned. Some breakthroughs cannot meet you where you are. They are sitting in the next location waiting for your arrival. Think of David. He was anointed king while still in a field, but his destiny required a palace. If he refused to relocate, he would have remained a shepherd with king-level anointing, but no throne. Capricorn, this is the season where your throne is calling you. But look deeper, the energy in your home has changed. Some nights feel heavier, other nights feel strangely peaceful. Some days you feel watched over, other days you feel disconnected from everything. This is transition energy. You may even feel like you're walking through your own life as if observing yourself from the outside. That happens when your spirit steps ahead of you to prepare the ground. You've also noticed financial shifts, unexpected opportunities, or sudden responsibilities. These aren't random. These are signs that God is rearranging your resources for a bigger move. When destiny plans a relocation, it first prepares the finances, then the connections, then the atmosphere. Capricorn, you're in that preparation window now. There are stories of millionaires who say the biggest turning point in their life wasn't a business decision or investment. It was the moment they moved into the environment that matched their mindset. When the environment shifted, their thinking expanded. When the thinking expanded, their actions aligned. When the actions aligned, the breakthrough found them. You've been feeling mentally trapped because your mind is bigger than your environment. You can't think clearly in a place that no longer matches your destiny. Even your creativity has been blocked. You try to focus, but something feels dull. You try to plan, but something feels off. It's because the energy around you isn't feeding your next level. And that next level includes your family. Whether it's the family you were born into or the family you're forming, they are also being repositioned. Some will resist, some will panic, but deep down they feel the shift too. People connected to your destiny often get pulled along by your movement. Every relocation has a sign that reveals the truth, and that sign has already begun showing up in your life. You've seen it in the sudden silence. You've seen it in the strange tension. You've seen it in the unexpected opportunities that appear and disappear quickly. You've seen it in the symbols showing up around you without explanation. And there is something deeply important you haven't fully understood yet, something that explains why the pressure increased, why the timing feels urgent, and why destiny is rearranging everything around you right now. You've felt it coming, but you don't know what it means yet. And that's where everything begins to shift. Capricorn, before we go any deeper, take 1 second and tap the screen like this message, and hit that subscribe button right now, because your engagement is the key that unlocks the spiritual door meant for you. Every time you interact with this channel, you align yourself with a frequency that has been searching for you. You think you're just watching a video, but something has been getting you here, pulling you into a revelation you didn't even know you needed. What you're about to hear is not coincidence, not imagination, not guesswork. It is a continuation of the shift that has already started in your life, a shift you can't stop even if you tried. Something is relocating you, something is repositioning your family, and the pressure you've been feeling is not random. It is destiny trying to break through the walls of your life. There comes a moment when the life you've been living begins to fall apart, not because you failed, but because it is too small for who you're becoming. Capricorn, you've been feeling this for months. You've been sensing that your environment doesn't match your spirit anymore. People around you don't speak the same language your soul is speaking. You walk into certain rooms and feel like a stranger in your own story. You've been feeling like your thoughts are evolving faster than your circumstances, like your future is pushing its way into your present. And the strange part, you haven't been able to explain this to anyone. Not because you don't want to, but because you know they won't understand. Your transformation is loud internally, but invisible externally. You've noticed the spiritual push, the kind of push that shows up as irritation for no logical reason. You feel like you're outgrowing conversations, outgrowing friendships, outgrowing habits that once comforted you. Each time you tried to settle, something bothered your spirit. Each time you tried to stay comfortable, life became uncomfortable. It's like the universe has been rearranging the furniture of your life without your permission. But you gave permission the moment you prayed for more, even if you forgot that you prayed. Think about people who experienced divine relocation throughout history. They rarely moved because everything was perfect. They moved because the walls were shaking, the ground was shifting, and the air changed before the environment did. Joseph wasn't moved to Egypt because his life was peaceful. He was moved because his destiny required a new environment. If he stayed where he was, he would have remained gifted but unrecognized, anointed but invisible. Capricorn, this is what has been happening to you. You've been carrying greatness in a place that cannot see it. Now look at your recent experiences. The people who once celebrated you suddenly grew silent. The people who promised to support you suddenly disappeared. You began noticing small betrayals, quiet disappointments, unexpected friction. Even the people who love you have felt distant, not because they changed, but because your spirit is shifting dimensions. You're being separated from low vibrations, from outdated connections, from people who can't follow where you're going. Separation is never comfortable, but it is always necessary. Consider the story of a man who lived in a crowded neighborhood where constant noise drowned his peace. For years he ignored the signs, his health declining, his mind overwhelmed, his creativity blocked. Then one day his landlord sold the building. He had 30 days to leave. It felt like punishment, but it was preparation. He moved into a quiet area he didn't even think he could afford. His mind cleared. His business grew. He met the partner he had prayed for. Sometimes destiny looks like disruption before it looks like blessing. Capricorn, you've been experiencing your own disruptions, unexpected bills, strange delays, sudden breakthroughs followed by sudden setbacks, days of clarity followed by days of confusion. You've been wondering why your life feels like a mixture of progress and pressure at the same time. But that's how relocation energy works. It breaks what you don't need and reveals what you must embrace. There's a spiritual law that says before God relocates you physically, he relocates you emotionally. You lose interest in the things that once excited you. You find peace in silence. You observe more, react less. You withdraw from drama. You protect your energy instinctively. You crave stability, clarity, and space. Capricorn, these are not random emotional shifts. They're spiritual indicators that your next environment is calling you. Think of Moses. He was raised in one environment but destined for another. He experienced internal conflict long before he physically relocated. Every major destiny carrier goes through this internal war. You've been waking up with thoughts that don't sound like your old self. You've been seeing signs around your home, objects falling, electronics malfunctioning, sudden arguments erupting over small things. Your space feels heavier some days, then strangely peaceful on other days. These are energetic preparations. The atmosphere knows before the mind knows. Even celebrities go through this. Look at Tyler Perry. His breakthrough didn't come until he relocated mentally, emotionally, and spiritually into a mindset of ownership. Once his inner world shifted, his physical world followed. The people who relocate successfully are not the ones with money or luck. They are the ones with alignment. You've also been experiencing the disconnecting stage, where life removes what no longer fits your timeline. The opportunities that weren't for you failed quickly. The friendships that were draining you faded away. The responsibilities that weren't aligned collapsed. You thought you were losing, but you were being cleared. You were being made lighter for the journey. Your intuition has been louder too. You've been sensing danger before it comes. You've been avoiding certain routes or certain people without knowing why. You've been having dreams about places you don't recognize, doors opening, landscapes shifting. You've been hearing your name in the spirit. Your ancestors, your spiritual guides, your divine team, they have been rearranging your path quietly. You weren't meant to stay where you are. And then there's the restlessness, that sudden desire to claim, reorganize, rearrange, donate, throw things away, change your routine. Your spirit is removing old energy to make room for new blessings. This is spiritual nesting, the same way pregnant women instinctively prepare for birth. But Capricorn, you're not preparing for a birth. You're preparing for a transition. Your family is being aligned too, even if they don't know it. The arguments, the tension, the sudden bonding moments, the unexpected conversations, these are all signs. Destiny doesn't move only one person. It moves a whole household. Think of Noah. When God relocated him, he didn't move alone. He moved with his family because their destiny was tied to his obedience. Capricorn, the atmosphere around your family has been unusual. Some relationships have been healing unexpectedly. Others have been breaking apart. Some members have been acting differently, quieter, more reflective, more emotional, more distant. They're feeling the shift as well. Your move is not just your move, it's generational. And then there's the pressure, the kind of pressure that makes you question everything. The kind that makes you feel like life is squeezing you from all sides. But pressure isn't punishment. Pressure is positioning. Diamonds form under pressure. Destinies activate under pressure. Relocations initiate under pressure. Look back at your recent decisions. The moments when you almost moved but didn't. The opportunities that came and disappeared quickly. The doors that opened just enough for you to see what's possible. These were previews, trailers for the life waiting on the other side of your relocation. But here's the truth you haven't realized. Someone connected to your next chapter has already been prepared for you. A landlord, a neighbor, a co-worker, a stranger, a mentor, someone in your next environment is already positioned to help you. Your arrival is part of their assignment. Capricorn, you've reached a point where your current environment has nothing left to teach you. The air has changed. The energy has shifted. The foundation is shaking, and your spirit is moving faster than your feet. You're not imagining the signs. You're not overreacting. You're being transitioned. Everything you're feeling is confirmation. But there is something deeper you haven't discovered yet. There's a reason the pressure intensified at this exact time. There's a reason certain people were removed so suddenly. There's a reason your dreams became clearer. There's a reason your intuition sharpened. And there's a reason destiny is accelerating your journey now in a way it never has before. The truth behind that reason is approaching faster than you think. Capricorn, before anything else, stop for a second and hit the like button right now. Comment, "I'm ready," because what is coming next is beyond timing, beyond coincidence, beyond human planning. Every tap, every click, every moment you engage with this message aligns you with the frequency of your breakthrough. You've been waiting for this. You've been praying for this. And now the universe is finally preparing to deliver what your spirit has been yearning for, a relocation, not just in physical space, but in destiny, in vision, in life trajectory. What you're about to experience is not imagination. It is spiritual engineering. Your family, your home, your entire environment is being shifted to match the life you were meant to live. And the signals have already been around you, you just haven't fully noticed them until now. You've sensed the stirrings, that restless energy you feel when you can't sit still in your own room. The subtle nudges in your mind that make you want to rearrange, clean, or even pack without reason. The dreams that replay old memories, but in strange, unfamiliar houses, streets you don't know, sunlight that feels too bright, or shadows that feel too deep. These dreams are not random. They are prophetic previews. Think about Joseph. Before he walked into the palace, he had visions he couldn't fully interpret. Before he inherited Egypt's wealth, he experienced prison and betrayal. Your mind is already rehearsing for the life your destiny will place you in. Look at your past few months. You've experienced pressures that didn't make sense, financial disruptions, emotional confusion, sudden arguments that seem to come out of nowhere. You've seen certain people drift away, others have resurfaced. Some opportunities appeared and vanished, as if the universe was testing your readiness. That wasn't random. Capricorn, the universe has been quietly rearranging your external world to match your internal evolution. Your spirit has been moving faster than your body, and soon, your body will catch up. You've been noticing subtle changes in the energy of your home. Certain rooms feel heavier, certain corners feel alive. Objects fall, electronics malfunction, water runs differently. Some nights are unusually quiet, others restless. These are not coincidences, they are the atmospheres preparing themselves for your arrival at a place that can finally sustain your destiny. Abraham didn't know where he was going, but God moved him anyway. Esther didn't know the palace awaited her courage, but it did. Moses didn't understand the desert was his training ground, but he learned. Your life has been preparing in similar, unseen ways. Even in modern times, destiny relocations have shaped global stories. Oprah's family moves in childhood disrupted comfort, but unlocked her global voice. Rihanna leaving Barbados led her to stages and influence she could never have accessed in her homeland. Nelson Mandela's relocation from rural isolation to a political platform changed history. All of these events carry a consistent pattern: dislocation, discomfort, divine orchestration. Capricorn, you are being repositioned in exactly the same rhythm. The unseen forces are bending circumstances around you, shaping your environment to hold the magnitude of your breakthrough. Your family dynamics have also shifted subtly. You've seen relatives act differently, more distant, more reflective, unexpectedly supportive, or strangely tense. Some relationships will remain, some will fade, and some will be transformed in ways you can't yet comprehend. This is divine alignment in action. Your household is being prepared energetically and emotionally to step into a space that matches your collective destiny. The tension, the arguments, the sudden silences, the unexplained closeness, all of this is orchestration. This is not chaos. This is calibration. Financial currents around you have begun shifting as well. Unexplained income opportunities, unexpected expenses, resources appearing and disappearing, money moving in strange patterns. Do not fear these fluctuations, they are signals of readiness. Your environment is being cleared, your foundations tested, your provision aligned. Every Capricorn experiencing this now is in a pattern where the universe is teaching patience, testing faith, and confirming the arrival of abundance that matches their destiny. Think of Joseph again. Before the grain and the palace, there was famine and prison. Your current financial turbulence is your preparation stage. Even your inner self is different. You notice a growing detachment from the old version of life you used to enjoy. Conversations, routines, even your personal hobbies no longer satisfy you. You crave peace, space, clarity, and alignment. Your soul is evolving faster than your life can currently accommodate. You can feel it in your dreams, your intuition, your moments of stillness. You can feel it in the strange magnetism drawing you toward new ideas, new spaces, and new people. This is spiritual relocation in progress. Your spirit is walking ahead of your body, scouting the terrain of your next level. You've likely experienced moments where the air feels alive around you, unexplainable chills, sudden clarity, unexpected visions, whispers during prayer or meditation. These are confirmations that your movement is divinely coordinated. Look back to biblical stories of relocation: Daniel in Babylon, Ruth to Bethlehem, Moses in Midian. Each relocation involved discomfort first, revelation second, and ultimate destiny third. Your discomfort now is the herald of your future revelation. It's preparation for the environment that will finally match your energy and calling. Capricorn, even the physical signs are appearing. Small appliances failing, plumbing issues, electrical glitches. Your environment is purging itself. Your home is clearing space for something larger than yourself, for a life that will expand your vision. It's like the house itself knows your future is bigger than the walls currently surrounding you. The universe has been orchestrating a release. Old energy, old objects, old patterns, old connections. Even if you resist, the preparation is unstoppable. It's the rhythm of destiny. It's the pulse of divine relocation. Your intuition has never been sharper. You have felt drawn to certain streets, neighborhoods, homes, even without a reason. You have seen the signs in people you've met, in doors opening, in coincidences stacking like dominoes. Some of these coincidences have frustrated you because the timing seemed off. Now you understand they weren't off. They were divine previews. Some people appearing in your life now are already positioned to guide you to your next environment. Some doors closing now are necessary so you can step through the doors that were always meant for you. Consider historical parallels. The Great Migration repositioned millions from the south to the north. Many people had no idea where they were going or how it would change their lives, but the moves reshaped generational destiny. Even small relocations can carry generational shifts. Your family is being guided into an environment that will not only elevate your personal life, but also create opportunities, security, and prosperity for generations to come. Every disruption, every discomfort, every sudden shift is a divine GPS guiding your home and family toward alignment. Even the people you thought were close have shown their true colors. Some have drifted away quietly. Some have become obstacles unintentionally. Others have stepped forward unexpectedly. This is all part of the calibration. You are learning which relationships are loyal, which connections are meant for transition, and which align with your destiny moving forward. Capricorn, your relational map is being redrawn. Some will remain on the path with you, others will not. This is normal. This is divine precision. This is the way relocation energy always works. Your mental clarity has been evolving as well. You think faster, plan broader, visualize beyond limits. Old fears no longer hold weight. Old doubts have begun to lose their grip. This is preparation for the environment that will match your intellectual, emotional, and spiritual growth. Your new home will not only be a physical space, it will be an ecosystem that amplifies your talents, your vision, and your destiny. Every street, every room, every window will carry a frequency that matches your spiritual elevation. Even your dreams have shifted. You dream of open skies, high ceilings, wide rooms, sunlit corridors, gardens, water flowing, doors opening, thresholds being crossed. These are prophetic previews. They are training grounds for your subconscious to acclimate to the environment that your spirit has already chosen. Every night your mind rehearses what your body will soon experience. This is preparation, Capricorn. This is the rehearsal before the real scene begins. This is the vision before the manifestation. Consider the patterns in celebrity life. Oprah's home relocations during her early years were uncomfortable and chaotic, yet each move increased her access to resources, networks, and influence. Tyler Perry experienced multiple relocations, each seeming like a setback, each preparing him for ownership and legacy. Rihanna's shift from Barbados to the United States created stages, opportunities, and platforms she could not have accessed otherwise. Capricorn, your story mirrors these paths. Every discomfort, every disruption, every forced change is leading you to your next level, your destiny-aligned space. Your environment is being spiritually prepared. Objects in your home are reacting. Rooms feel heavier or lighter. Electrical systems act strangely. Small appliances fail. Even your pets sense the shift. These are not random. This is your immediate space aligning with your next environment. Your current home cannot hold the energy you are about to step into. Your spirit knows it, your mind senses it, and now your body will follow. Even the financial alignments are orchestrated. Sudden opportunities appear and disappear. Money flows and reverses unexpectedly. Unexpected bills, surprises, and small windfalls all serve to prepare the material environment for your relocation. Capricorn, nothing you are experiencing is wasted. Every cent, every hour, every interaction is part of the divine setup for your next chapter. Your resources are being rearranged even as you watch, preparing to manifest in your new home. And then the final sign, the unmistakable pull that cannot be ignored. You feel drawn to a specific area, a specific house, a specific street. Your heart tightens at the thought of leaving, and yet your spirit soars with anticipation. You sense the abundance, the peace, the freedom, the destiny that awaits. Your family feels it too, even if they don't know why. Something is pulling all of you toward a higher frequency, a larger space, a place that finally matches your collective calling. Capricorn, the time has come where every previous disruption, every emotional test, every financial shift, every dream, every subtle spiritual nudge, every restless night, every uncomfortable argument, every sudden change, they all point to one undeniable truth. Your next environment is ready, your family is ready, your destiny is aligned. And yet, what you are about to discover in that space, what is waiting for you on the other side of this relocation, is beyond anything you have imagined or prayed for. It is the culmination of everything you have endured, everything you have resisted, and everything you have believed would never come. The moment is near, and what waits for you there will redefine everything you thought you knew about your life.